When we think of branding, we usually think of a logo or a tagline, but there are so many bigger opportunities to ingrain your brand in people's minds. All the little details of what really makes up a brand. Think about Coca-Cola and how iconic their font is. Think about how T-Mobile really owns the color fuchsia. Look at all of the little tiny elements of logos brand that make it really easy to identify, even if you don't see their name. Branding is really everything that conveys the attitude or vibe of your company. One of the most effective ways that businesses don't usually think of is to extend all of these brand elements into signage. Incorporating these into signage helps to create a cohesive look and feel and expectation about your company. If you own a business or are planning to start one, it's important to think about how you plan to use signage. A creative, attractive sign can be an advantage for your business to help you stand out from the competition, increase sales opportunities, and help your business grow. Signage can be as simple as a logo decal on a door or a window, or as complex as a large illuminated sign on the side of a building. When it comes to enhancing your visual branding with signage and graphics, we usually think about all of the obvious signs. And that's a good thing because you always want to make sure it's a great and current representation of your brand. But there are other opportunities that you might not have thought of. Whether your business has gone through a rebranding or merged with another one, or you're moving into or renovating your facility, these are all the times to give extra attention to the ways and places that your brand shows up. There's nothing worse than investing in your company only to overlook areas where signage could easily be enhanced to give every place that it shows up that extra oomph. Because a solid, cohesive brand is key for building trust, getting noticed, and ultimately driving more sales. When it comes to signage, there are so many creative options. It's important to know what you want the signs in your business to do. Some signs are directional and informational, such as signs that direct people to the restroom or a fitting room, or identify store aisles or contents on a shelf. Others are persuasive, such as signs that announce sales or special offers. Your outdoor sign needs to be big and attention-getting enough to be seen by your target customers, whether they're walking by on a downtown street or whizzing past on the interstate. Think outside the box and look for creative solutions to have high-impact signs and graphics. When it comes to permanent outdoor signage, you'll have all sorts of options that range from what you see on buildings to ground-level signs, post and panel signs, and monument signs. Signage can be a brand's most visible form of communication, and what people see outside of your building can impact how a brick and mortar store performs financially. Three-dimensional signs offer lots of opportunities for branding. Think about the materials that you choose and how they reinforce your brand identity. For example, an artisanal restaurant could use weathered wooden signs, while a cutting-edge IT consultancy could use sleek metal. Also think about colorful temporary outdoor signage, such as parking lot banners and directional flags. You can use yard signs to help with roadside visibility. Try using portable signage, such as foldable freestanding A-frame signs on the sidewalk during business hours to attract people who walk by. If your company is tucked out of the way in a grassy office park, lawn signs can help direct customers to your locations. All of this is very important to think about. According to FedEx, nearly 76% of consumers say they had entered a store or business they had never visited before based on its sign. When it comes to indoor signage, you have even more options, including vinyl business signs, metal plaques, and dimensional signs with standoffs. Even things like posters or window decals and banners are great. They're inexpensive, so they're easy to change out for different seasons, different events, or promotions. Some companies use dimensional lettering and custom 3D signs, including oversized ones, to really make them pop. You can create and change the entire vibe of your office with custom wall graphics, wall decals, and frameless wall art. These are wonderful opportunities to create a fresh and exciting experience for an open house, a special client event, or just to show that where you do business is much more than an afterthought. I've been to sporting events where teams have used indoor wall murals and custom acrylic displays to make their team's name and logo stand out on the court, like a basketball game. Some companies really take advantage of custom window graphics and decals. This could be your logo, obviously, but it could also be for a campaign that you're running or a special welcome message, or even something that creates a frosted window effect on the doors and windows of conference rooms for privacy. As impulse buying is alive and well in stores, marketing is more critical than ever to capture those sales. For example, signage can be used to direct customers to add-on purchases and exclusive offers. A simple "don't forget" sign helps customers by reminding them of things that people often buy, but they may have forgotten to pick up. For example, ketchup and mustard go with their hot dogs. That's a great way to inspire them to make a purchase. Signage can also be used to trigger a sense of urgency in customers and people who pass by your business. You can use it for limited time promotions and exclusive deals that will end soon. This can actually lead to someone being more likely to buy on impulse just because of your signage. For public buildings, ADA and accessibility signage is required throughout. This means near entrances and exits, both inside and outside, in hallways, at the doorways of conference rooms, break rooms, kitchens, exam rooms, changing rooms, and many, many more areas. It would be good to talk with your signage company to make sure that you're in compliance with all ADA sign requirements. Even directory and wayfinding signs can convey your brand's personality. For instance, a restaurant specializing in Texas barbecue might label their restrooms for cowboys and cowgirls. Think about creative ways your signs can express your brand's personality, whether that's homespun, upscale, luxurious, or a little zany. Depending on your industry, vehicle wraps, decals, and car door magnets can expose your brand to more people. For example, if your employees regularly travel to customers' homes or offices, removable car door magnets build brand awareness, even if your team is using their own vehicles. You can turn your vehicle into a mobile billboard. When it comes to things to look for with someone who can support you with signage and your visual brand, here are some things to consider. Look for someone who can help from the very beginning of your project. They should be someone who has worked with a variety of clients and different branding and signage needs. With this experience, they'll be able to give you guidance and advice about the approach that is best for your situation and the most cost-effective for your budget. Collaboration from the very beginning is key. Great signage companies have experience with all kinds of customers and situations. They're excellent at seeing opportunities that you may have missed because this is their expertise. As you look for a vendor and partner, ask if they'll come and meet you on site. Have them look at all of your signage, walk them around and through your facility, and talk about what you think your needs are. They'll ask you some questions that you probably hadn't thought about, and they'll be able to point out opportunities that you hadn't seen. Make your work easier by relying on their experience, expertise, and creativity to make sure that all of your signage is a quality representation of your brand. Their experience should include a variety of projects such as indoor and outdoor signs, store signs, indoor graphics, trade show branding, and other creative examples. They should be able to show you eye-catching examples that would help you stand out and capture people's attention in any of these situations. Let them show you what your final project will look like. Know that whatever you're looking for or wherever you are in the process, Image360 can help you with all of your signage needs. Plus, there are many benefits of working with a single vendor like Image360. Not only can this save you money, but it also ensures that your brand is being taken care of by a partner who can ensure quality across the board. Branding is a critical part of a building and a relationship with customers and potential customers. It's too important to leave only to your logo and your tagline. But when it comes to expanding that into a broader expression of your company, it's important that you work with a smart partner who can show you a whole portfolio of options to choose from.